I don't I don't believe in like videos kind of like whooping your kids on camera, but I think that in this situation I would have whooped my son on camera. Like he did to that lady on camera. I'd have whooped my son on camera. Cause honestly for me, if you gotta show me that you like if I bring something to another parent, you gotta show me that you took care of it for me to, kinda call the dogs off. You gotta really show me you took care of it. So that's what I would do. Like I'm like, look, I'm whoop your ass on camera, just like you did to that lady. You know, whooping right on camera. It is what it is. And I would hope that, that would make the woman understand that how serious I am about my kids. And um when it comes to disciplining them and letting them understand the gravity of their actions. So that's my belief. Like, and the goal would be for her to, because that's what I would want to see. If a kid did something, if a kid do something to me, the only way that I'm not gonna whoop your ass if I know your parent gonna whoop your ass. If I know your parent gonna whoop your ass, I might let you go. All right, you put your hands on me. All right, I go tell your dad he gonna whoop your ass. But if I don't know your parents gonna whoop your ass, I'm not gonna be uh my soul ain't gonna be settled until I know that you're gonna really have repercussions for your actions. So
It's us being black, right, y'all? Like, we always result to like the harshest, you know, answer to anything. Do you think sometimes we need more love though?
no, I think we need less. I think we loving in certain areas, but not right here. I think this is just a simple. This is very simple. Um, it's certain scenarios where you need to love your kids more. I'm extremely affectionate with my kids. However, there are certain times where they're going to need their ass whooped in their life, and those times I'm not going to not whoop their ass. You're going to get what you deserve every point in life, and it's going to be based on your decisions. And you're going to understand that every decision that you make um, has consequences, and that you get to shape your future based on every decision that you do make. And I think that if more kids got their ass whooped when it's necessary, the world will be a better place. I think the problem is you got some parents who whoop their kids' ass too much and don't teach them and don't talk to them, and then you got the other parents who let their kids go. Like this mom, like oh, she's a kid. That girl understands a lot more than you give her credit for. My kids understand a lot more than I give them credit for, and I had to learn that. My oldest is 7, but they're much more smarter than they're much smarter than we think they are, and they understand much more concepts than we think that they can understand. So yeah.
Now, if I could
I,
say,
I think. I'll go
go
ahead.
ahead, Hank, because you hardly talk. You good.
Okay. So I just think y'all gotta realize some of y'all kids are bad. I know you think little Johnny, don't do nothing wrong because he acts like he got some sense when he's at home with you. But when your son gets outside the house, little Johnny acts a goddamn fool. Johnny's a menace. Johnny don't know how to carry himself. He don't know how to act. And unfortunately, a lot of people have to deal with little Johnny. It's just unfortunate that most parents think their kids are innocent. They don't do anything. Well, no, he ain't never did. Okay, ma'am, you might be right. You've never seen him do it. You never see him act that way. You never see him carry on and respond like it. Doesn't mean the teachers haven't seen it. Other kids haven't seen it because Johnny knows if he doesn't act right, you're gonna correct him in whatever means you feel, whether it's corporal or punishment or taking some of his privilege away. But little Johnny's out here acting a goddamn fool. And so I said this story before. I was in the store watching this little boy in this basket whooping his mom's ass. Now I'm not mean literally putting hands on her, but he was acting a fool, doing what he wanted, taking stuff out of the basket, throwing it down, throwing it out of the basket. I said, "Hey, little buddy," I said, "That's your mother. Don't disrespect." This woman got mad at me. She said, "Don't say nothing to my son. You not his father." I said, "You right, ma'am." I walked away and I'm thinking to myself, I hope this boy whoops her ass the rest of her time at the store. I was praying for him to act a goddamn fool. I was hoping so maybe you could see me as a black man trying to help you out here by yourself. I don't know if you had a husband or not. I don't know. But I did see you was in a need and I tried to help you. But a lot of parents don't want you to say nothing to their kids. Even if you're trying to help them, don't say nothing to my kids. Don't do nothing to my kids. What are you talking to my kids? What are you, some kind of creep? No, that's not the case. You just see a need You try to help, they don't want to do it. I was a coach for football for a long time. They get mad if you start yelling at the kids or make them do some type of exercise in order to serve their punishment. Why? Because you feel like they picking on your kid or you being too harsh on the kid. No, man. It is what it is. You want a young little dick sucker. That's what you want. And I'm trying to help yourself from being that. But if that's what you want, keep on doing what you do, man.
Hank, you're not lying. I see the same shit coaching. I have parents who get mad when we yell at a kid for touching other kids and not paying attention in drills. But what I've learned though, it's always the kids that's like the parents of the kids that are sorry. Like the good kids, we typically don't have too many issues with them. But the ones who's like a distraction, they parents, you can tell where they get it from. Because like you at football practice, you talking out of line, we make you run, and then you come to me as a parent like, why do you have my son running right now? Like that's why I'm like I'm an assistant coach. I can't be a head coach because I got to answer that question professionally. As an assistant, I can say the little motherfucker wasn't doing what he was told to do. Like he missing the games, he missing blocks, he missing practices. So we see why now. I identified what the deficiency was, and I'm correcting it with discipline in the form of cardio. Like if y'all helped us, then we wouldn't have to have his ass out here running. And it's so sad that a man trying to discipline a child seems like it's a bad thing to so many mothers. Like, but again, this is what happened with these kids. You say we need more love. No, we need more consequences. These kids need to experience consequences significantly more than they do, and their mothers don't. Their mothers shelter them from consequences. They don't enforce them. And once kids start having to deal with the consequences of their actions, they'll stop acting like this.
Yeah. Do people still do boot camp? Like send their kids to boot camp? Do they do that anymore?
Boot camp that I've been hearing about is the military.
Huh?
The boot camp I've been hearing about is the military. I mean, they possibly may have something. I think they had like Lincoln Challenge. That might have been like a boot camp.
Well, I know they still like that, like in high school, they still have ROTC and stuff like that. So
right, exactly. Yeah, like when the males would be too bad, send them off to that. When I was
well, the kids are smart these days. Like even when I was in, you can pretty much as a kid, you can pretty much tell like, oh, okay, I understand that like the law doesn't allow them to do certain things, so they can yell at me to a certain degree in my face, but I understand how far they can take it. And I think I don't like the laws. You should be able to put your hands on kids. This is what I believe.
well, dope,
that's what we need.
You can. It's not no law says you can't spank your kids.
Oh, well, maybe it's not the law. I'm not sure if it's the laws or if it's just the programs because they don't want to get sued or whatever it is. But I know they like to taper it back.
Are you talking about the school disciplining them or the parents?
Other adults, not the parents, other adults. Like I feel like it should be somebody in the school that can grip your son up when he acting crazy, grab him by the collar, like slam him on the locker, like yo, cut that shit out. I don't know. That's what I think.
I do want to play a little bit of what Mayor Johnson had to say in Chicago. What up, Rilla?
Chicago mom. 33-year-old Korshonda Hatter and her two children were attacked by students in the South Deering neighborhood near Orville Bright School.
We want to make sure that those individuals who are involved in this brutal attack, that there's accountability. But there's also something very disturbing about children carrying out such a violent act. There's clearly a need for some intervention there as well.
It was here Monday afternoon near 106th and South Bensley. A normal walk from home turned chaotic. At one point, Hatter and her kid ended up on the ground.
They were literally waiting just to jump all of us. So I asked my kids to come to the next. They fought my son and hit my son first.
I think we saw all of that. I just wanted to kind of get what Mayor had to really say. Rilla, I know you got boots on the ground. You there, Rilla? I'll come back to him.
Is the mom coherent? I seen her.
Yeah, she is. She's sick.
She might be concussed. She was getting hit upside the head by a bunch of kids.
Yeah.